We now know who will be wearing a Seattle Kraken jersey next season after a great expansion draft day. What a great day yesterday was, huh? Now Seattle has a full roster, but they're not done yet. Let's bring in Furness to talk about some of the big names joining the Kraken and what we could see now when the entry draft begins tomorrow. And there's more work to be done on this roster, to be clear, Ian.
There is. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, everyone. Boy, I was just, as Liz was talking about that victory parade in Milwaukee, I was thinking the same thing. Can you imagine what a Stanley Cup Finals victory parade would look like in Seattle in the springtime when it's warm, or the summer when it's warm? If yesterday is any indication with what happened at Gasworks Park and on Lake Union, our city looked fantastic. Never has looked better. I think we all needed that as well. And it was a festival that was exciting for everyone, including the Kraken players and their coach.
Yeah, it's just an awesome day. I mean, everything that's happening, you see everything that's happening behind us here with all the boats out on the water, with everybody in the stands on the other side of the stage, you know, with the opportunity to introduce, you know, a huge part of our team today. It's a pretty exciting day in the city of Seattle.
Yeah, pretty crazy times. You know, this is kind of a once-in-a-generation thing. You know, obviously we had one with Vegas, but after this, it's probably done. So pretty special to be a part of history and be a part of the expansion process. So just trying to soak everything in and enjoy it as much as I can.
Well, if it was anything like the buzz of today, it's going to be a pretty special place to play. I know Seattle's a huge sports town. I'm pretty sure the people are going to be pretty aware of what's going on out there on the ice and have a good understanding of the game. So really looking forward to it now.
Now, Mark Giordano from Calgary, the oldest player the Kraken picked up in the expansion draft. He'll turn 38 before the start of the season. More than likely will be the team's first captain. He was the captain in Calgary just 2 years removed from being named the best defenseman in the National Hockey League, the Norris Trophy winner. Some other names, no, Jordan Eberle, a scoring winger that was Matthew Barzal, the former Thunderbirds winger in the Island. I'm sure Matthew Barzal not happy to lose him. Vince Dunn, a good young, high-scoring defenseman. Chris Driedger, you saw him there. He may end up being the starting goaltender. And Yanni Gourde, expecting big things from him this year, but we found out yesterday from general manager Ron Francis, he'll miss the first couple months of the season after shoulder surgery. Some of the names to know: Jamie Alexiak from Dallas was signed as a free agent, biggest player in the NHL at almost 260 pounds. Adam Larson, also defenseman, signed as a free agent. Colin Blackwell from the Rangers may be a player that this team ends up moving. As we come back, I'll explain what that means. In about a half an hour or so, we are going to be past the deadline in which there's no movement allowed and no movements announced. So what that means is Seattle will be able to announce any expansion draft day trades they may have made. So coming up at 10 o'clock Pacific, we might find out that some of the players picked up yesterday are actually now traded to other NHL teams for a draft pick. And of course, that entry draft starts tomorrow. Seattle has a second overall pick. Two other notes: Seattle opens up on the road in Vegas. That is coming up on Tuesday, October 12th. The home opener, Climate Pledge Arena, debuts on Saturday, October 23rd against the Vancouver Canucks. The entire schedule released later today at 3 o'clock, Bill.
And if they're going to focus on one thing, it looks like they need to find some guys that are going to put the puck in the net, right?
Yeah, I think if there's one criticism, and not to be the doomsdayer here, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, they don't have a lot of scoring. They don't have a lot of proven scoring. They should be solid in goal. All those guys are all three, including Driedger, unproven as number ones. The defense looks really good, maybe one of the top two defenses in their division behind only Vegas. But up front, they are awful, awful thin. I talked to a couple of NHL executives yesterday, and they both said the exact same thing. Lack of true scoring, very thin up front. But free agency starts next week.
Right.
They have some ability to make some moves with some cap space that Ron Francis kept. So this is still a roster that is very much a work in progress.
And as soon as I say that, I think, we have a freaking hockey team.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Right?
Yes.
I mean, this is really real now.
It became so real yesterday, and I think just take a step back and you know, Jennifer Lee was out on Lake Union doing a story. We had Alyssa Charleston out there. Aaron and I were in studio, and we're just watching all of this take place. And you know, if we're being honest too, look around. I mean, we don't have a lot of good news sometimes in the last 18 months in our world and even in our city. But yesterday, to a man, those players, the national TV broadcast, looking at some of the comments on social nationwide, Seattle shined brightly yesterday. And I think it was a nice reminder of why we love living here. Lake Union never looked better. It was just a great, great day all the way around.
Brand new hockey team, brand new arena on its way.
Yep.
Ian, thanks.